My name is Anna Daugherty.
Any officer will tell you domestic violence situation is the most dangerous to walk into. Anna brings the victim home.
And on the way, she told me that she was leaving, going to leave her husband.
The victim's husband has parked their vehicle on the front lawn. He's got a history of some psychiatric issues. The victim goes inside, starts packing up some things to get her and her kids out of there for the night. He grabs a knife, the biggest knife he could find. It was the big 8-inch butcher knife.
I hear somebody yell, "Call 911." Fumbled, found my phone, called 911, and then I started hearing screaming.
911 emergency. Hi. Yes. No. What's going on?
She had a knife in her back, sticking out. He had pinned her down, and she's kind of rocking, trying to stay off of her back.
Her husband just stabbed her in the back. Don't put yourself in any danger, okay? We've got the police department on the way. I'm going to go in there and try to save her, okay?
I was going to go in there. I can't leave my friend, you know, in that condition. Somebody's got to do something.
Anna rushes in, tries to wrestle this man off of her.
He's a very heavy man. I think he weighs like 300 pounds.
He actually tosses her to the side.
I'm hoping somebody will come and help us, but it wasn't happening.
And he's trying to push her down using all of his weight so that the knife goes further into her back.
He's trying to kill her right now. He's trying to choke her or do something to her.
She was getting really, really tired, and pretty soon she was almost like giving up. Her back was now almost touching the floor, and it looked like the knife was kind of like bending. You're not supposed to pull the knife out, but if she keeps going down, it's definitely going to do more damage and kill her and go in further. Okay, next time she comes up, I'm going to pull it out. I hope I don't kill her.
I pulled the knife out of her back. Don't stay up. Put the knife down. Okay, don't disconnect the phone.
She was able to get the knife out. She runs outside, throws the knife in a bush somewhere outside where he couldn't get it. 911 adamantly tells her, don't go back in, don't put yourself in harm's way. She says, I have to get back in there and help her.
Okay, hello?
She was now pinned against the kitchen counter, and he had another knife, and he's trying to stab her in the abdomen, and she's holding onto the blade of the knife. So I went in there and, and I could die here. That's what I thought. I could die here. What is my husband gonna say? And what's my daughter gonna think? And I already had pictured kind of like I'm sitting there and them in a funeral. I would not be able to live with myself if she were killed and I did nothing. Anyway, so I thought, okay, here I go. He had his hand on the knife, I had my hand on the knife, she had the hand on the blade, and I'm sitting here pulling this way, he's pulling that way, and I can feel her tension. I thought, I gotta do something here to maybe bring this down, and I thought, okay, let me say a prayer. And so I started saying out loud, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. God, come on.
I was able to get the knife, and I pulled away, and they broke apart, and Deborah was kind of holding on to the counter a little ways away, and he's kind of just standing, and I go, run, Deborah, run!
Deborah, run!
She was actually walking out ahead of him. I got in between her and him. I looked down the street, and I could see a police officer running down, and that's kind of all she wrote.
That's a story.
Yeah, yeah.
He pled guilty to domestic violence causing injury and causing great bodily injury, and hopefully getting the psychiatric treatment that he needs.
To live with myself, I have to know that I did the right thing at that time. If I could prevent somebody else from getting injured, I would do that.
As soon as the case came in, I thought to myself, this woman has to win this award. I think everyone would call 911. To rush back in there after having time to think about it and think about what you're going back into is just amazing.
You never know in these situations, you know, this is the first time this has ever happened to me, and probably hopefully the last.
How many people could say they've saved a life?
Oh, my husband was, you are never leaving the house again. My daughter goes on Facebook and telling people what happened and that my mom saved somebody's life.
She not only saved a life, but she may have saved a couple lives that day. How many people can say they've put themselves in harm's way, wrestled multiple weapons away from someone twice their size with some serious psychotic issues? It's just amazing.